Is Brent Harding, and welcome, welcome, welcome to the Wealth Warrior broadcast this morning. I am excited. Yes, I am, because we will have none other than Kit Pang in the house with us this morning. So today is all about meeting the speakers. We want to meet the people that are going to be with us at E3 Power Up 2017. It's happening on September 30th in less than 30 days. My goodness, in about 21 days. In fact, today we start the 21-day countdown. So every day I'm going to be sharing a nugget with you. That is Monday through Monday. How about that? So I am in great anticipation of Mr. Pang joining us. In the meantime, what do we have going on? Well, first and foremost, I want to give a congratulations out. No, before I start all of that, let me roll it back a moment and say we're talking today about meeting the speakers. And the first speaker up is Mr. Kit Pang. Okay, so I've done that correctly now. So next stop, how about this? Everybody remembers what this is? This is about sharing, and I do appreciate the fact that we've got folks out there that are in fact sharing. And so I want to say thank you so much for sharing our broadcast with everyone that you know. We appreciate that tremendously. That being said, now I can get into the shout outs. So I want to share with you what we have going on this morning. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about the shout outs. We have the Early Riser Trophy, and then we will be talking to Mr. Pang. We'll be talking about the subject matters that he is going to be discussing at E3 Power Up. So we are awaiting his arrival. And of course, we always have a recap of what we've discussed for the day, and we have announcements, and we have another segment called Thank You for Posting. So with that being said, let me say first and foremost, good morning, everyone. I want to give a shout out and say good morning to our Wealth Warrior Ambassador, Platinum Ambassador rather, Robin Tennille. I want to also say hello to Chantel Bethea, who, by the way, Chantel, will you please post your event coming up? I believe it's on the 23rd. Also, Martha Supreme, hello to you. Hello to you. We are glad to have you with us this morning. And we have got others to acknowledge and give shout outs to. Kimberly Houston, congratulations for becoming a VIP at our event. Exciting. Also, Layla Carter, want to say congratulations for joining in at the E3 Power Up, a couple of additional VIPs to our family. We have got an early riser. Oh my goodness, Joyce Swinson, New York Life. She snatched bragging rights away from Shirley Baker, who was our early riser and got the trophy last week. Congratulations, Joyce Swinson. Guess what? It's on you. I am so glad that you were up. I barely got everything typed in when all of a sudden all of a sudden Joyce Swinson was right there. I went, holy smokes. Oh my goodness. Well, I am delighted. Now, who is sponsoring today's show? I will share with you exactly who is sponsoring today's show. That is all of the support cast for E3 Power Up. I am so proud and so enthusiastic about them. They too will be meeting you as well. But I want to give another shout out to the cast. And in particular, let me acknowledge a few. And that is our Wealth Warrior Platinum Ambassador, none other than Robin Tennille, followed by our Wealth Warrior Ambassador, Media Ambassador, Pamela Stone. We also have Albertha Bogan, who is working with us on getting the word out and marketing, and none other than Regina Jones-Jenkins. Oh, so all of them, I want to say a thank you. We will be meeting the cast for a certainty. So I want to share that with everyone today. Today we are broadcasting on my personal page on Facebook, and we are also doing the YouTube. It is coming to you aboard LinkedIn, as well as, let's see, is there any place else? As well as the E3 Power page. So with that being said, I am totally jazzed. Now I'm going to take just a moment and make sure I tap out and reach out to our speaker, our speaker, as well as our guest. I did invite him, so this is kind of new for me. So bear with me one more time. Let me see if I can tap it again, because I expect to have him with me, and I don't see that happening. So let me go and do it one more time. Wonderful. Okay, with that being said, let me share some of the announcements that we have going on. How about that? On Tuesday, Dr. Letitia Wright and I will be together. We'll be talking about what she's going to be sharing with us, as she's got a huge part of what's going on our program. Not only is she going to be doing 2 presentations, she's also going to be doing the evening set with us. So that's going to be pretty exciting for the VIPs. We also have someone that's going to be opening up our event. I am jazzed and excited. She is Massachusetts entrepreneur's entrepreneur. She has done incredible things for entrepreneurs, and so I'm going to be announcing that on Tuesday. Who is going to be opening up our event? And of course, E3 Power Up 2017 is happening on Saturday, September 30th. Yay! And so with that being said, those are the announcements. Oops, I forgot one more. Let me say that one time again. And that is, every day leading up to the event, I'm going to share a nugget with you, something that is going to draw you in, help you to know what exactly is going to be happening on that day. I am jazzed. It's called the 21-day countdown, and I am going to be sharing that with you. Good morning, Lonnie Daniels. It's great to have you with me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, in awaiting for this gentleman's arrival, I want to share with you that I want to get some thank yous for people that are posting in the Wealth Warriors group page. And Paul Mangani, let me say that again, Paul M. Wagani, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He has an event that is going on in Africa, and so he posted that event is occurring on September 23rd, and so I want to acknowledge the fact that he did share that with us. I want to say thank you to Joyce Swinson for posting on our page. Just posting really jazzes us. And so we want to thank you all for having done the posting. We also have Jeff Zablaski, who posts often about events that he is doing right here in Massachusetts. Franz Conde, thank you so much for posting. And Genevieve, Vogel, that's right, Genevieve Vogel, I want to say thank you. So again, Paul M. Magani, Joyce Swinson, Jeff Zablaski, Franz Conte, and Genevieve Vogel, thank you for posting on our Facebook page, specifically on our Wealth Warrior broadcast. Now, with that being said, I'm going to reach out one more time because I'm a little bit surprised. No, I won't say I'm surprised, but this is the very first time that I am inviting people in. So I'm inviting Kit in, and I tested it out yesterday. It worked. So let me hit it one more time, and I do apologize that I'm having to do it quite this way. But yep, the invitation was already sent. So let me share with you what he is going to be talking about. And if all goes well, he'll actually be here. If for whatever reason he doesn't make it this time, then we will invite him back. With that being said, what Kit is going to be talking with us about is listening to sell. Listening to sell. And I really want him to share that with you. However, I want to give you what I understand that means for us. You know, sometimes what happens is we are so, as entrepreneurs, we have something to express. We've got something to share. We are so excited about what it is that we want to share with our audience or with the person that we're networking with when we first meet them, that we sometimes open up and just whoosh, right on them. Whoosh. And then people are like, whoa, roll it back, dial it back, dial it back. And so what we need to be about the business is listening for the clues. What is a person saying to us about whatever it is that they want to talk about? What is that person, when we meet somebody and we shake their hand, are we listening for what they are saying to us about them or about what's important to them? And Ken is going to be talking to us about that. Now, ladies, truth be told, we can start a conversation and we can keep that conversation moving. And in some cases, we don't necessarily need that other person to say a word because we can move it ourselves. We can speak our part and their part too. And that does not necessarily win us the customer. We really do need to listen before we start selling. You know, sometimes we may discover something. What is that discovery? That discovery is that the person that we're talking to may not be the person that we will want to be selling to. Interesting, isn't it? We may not want to be selling to that individual. That person may not be our audience. And some of us take that approach. Well, I'm just going to machine gun it across, or I'm going to throw the mud up against the wall and see what hits. Wouldn't it be better, or wouldn't it be more strategic for us to know what the profile is of the person that we want to talk to and really talk to that person instead of throwing that stuff up against the wall? Now, so we're listening for the clues. What are we selling? That's a great question, because today you might be selling X, tomorrow you might be selling A. So when you're walking in the room, what is it that you want to sell that person? Unless you have a singular item in mind, unless you've got a singular item, I'm selling X and nothing else, then what may very well happen is that you may need to change it up. You might say, hey, I walked in to sell X, but Y is really what they're willing to buy. And if that is the case, then you're not selling X anymore, you're selling Y. And so what Kit really helped me to get clear with is listen for the clues. Listen for what they're interested in. Listen so that you can come back with something that you have that you want to make available for them. That is critical mass. If we are not listening, then the likelihood is we're not going to be able to sell them whatever it is that we want to market. And if we're entrepreneurs and this is the business we're in, it is about the numbers. It is about the sales. It is about having talked to somebody and seeing if that's a product that we can market to them. And guess what? They're doing the very same thing. They're saying, what's the product that I can sell them? And if you've got multiple products, I got to tell you, it is so critical to listen so that we know exactly what product to market. You know why? Because otherwise we sound like we're all over the planet. If you are doing 3 activities, and I'll tell you what, I promise you, most of us are. Most of us have 3, and that's generally what we can master is the 3. So most of us have 3 products that we can market to individuals. And as a result of marketing those products to individuals, we've got to know what it is, because otherwise, guess what? After about the 2nd product, a person is going to say, what? Well, what do you do? And if you hit them with 3, you're going to create confusion. How do I know this? Hmm. Could it be I've done that? Because I listened to the person and I went, okay, let me sell them this. And then they came back with something else. And I was like, nope, that's not the right product. Let me do this. And then they came back with another one. And I went, "Psh, no." And so at the end of it, they're like, well, what exactly do you do? They're already gone. So again, we are listening to sell. And what's powerful is listen in totality. Don't grab the first thing that comes along. So in a networking environment, what are you thinking? Maybe about 5 minutes per person, 5 minutes of listening. Generally, that's when you're going to get all the powerful nuggets. And again, I apologize that Kit is not with me this morning. However, I promise you he will be with me for a certainty. So with that being said, let me hit and go back to announcements, in case you did not catch it. Dr. Letitia Wright and I will be speaking on Tuesday the 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She and I will be talking about her topics, what she's going to be discussing. And actually, she's going to interview me and ask me what I'm going to be discussing. So it will be a quid pro quo. We will be talking as speakers, speaking to you about what we're going to be covering that day. So again, you'll be meeting the both of us from a different perspective, where we're just going to be talking about what the subject matters are that will be discussed on September 30th. On the 12th, Tuesday the 12th, I will also be announcing who will be opening up our event. She is Massachusetts Entrepreneur's Entrepreneur, does incredible activities and things that cause entrepreneurs to get the financing they need to grow the businesses they want to grow. That's as much of a hint as I can give you, because otherwise I would just blurt it out, and I'm not going to. And then, of course, you know that we will be here. Well, no. Well, yeah, we will be here because Pamela Stone, our media ambassador, will be doing live interviews with our VIPs. So they'll be sharing their experiences with you, what they liked, what was going on, what was happening. So it will be absolutely exciting. For details and to see the speakers' profiles, and by Tuesday we'll have the opener's profile as well, you can go to www.e3powerup2017.com. and you can see the profiles. You'll also see what's happening throughout the day. So those things will be going on, and you'll have an opportunity to see them. Want to again give a thank you for posting to Paul M. Wagani, also Joyce Swinson, Jeff Zablaski, Franz Conte, and Genevieve Fogel for posting in our group. We really do appreciate that tremendously. So, as I always like to say, and good morning, Pamela Stone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She is, again, our Wealth Warrior Media Ambassador. Great to have you with us. And I'm going to reach out again and see what's going on, see if I can't bring Kit in. I am sharing my perspective this morning on what Kit is going to be discussing. Now, if we do not get him in, because I do know that he is a busy chap, although he did say, hey, Brent, just invite me and I'll be there. We will for sure make sure that we interview him and you get an opportunity to see him. Now, the second half of what his presentation, it's listen to sell. The second half is mastering life's most powerful skill. What is life's most powerful skill? Now, I noticed I didn't say most powerful thing and all of the that goes along with it. What I did say is the skill. Do you know that public speaking is probably by far the most powerful skill that we can master? It is a skill that exceeds communication. So why is that the case? The fear that people have about being in front of an audience is extraordinary. That the fear can paralyze a person. The fear can cause a person to freeze up. We've seen people stand in front of a wonderful audience. They practice their presentation. They know it in their heart and their mind. And suddenly they're in front of 250 people. And the voice, nothing comes out. They're as frozen as I was just in that moment. So the reality is public speaking, speaking in front of an audience, being a speaker is a skill. Some of us have it innately that we just like to talk. Give us an audience, give us people to be in front of, and we are running with the ball. Others, at other times, it is not that easy to be in front of a crowd, to be in front of an audience. It is a skill. Sometimes even when a person is in front of 10 people, it's a crash and burn. And at the end, they're going, what happened? What happened to me? What happened to me? I knew my speech. It's just the eyes that are looking at us. And it's the fact that they're making judgment calls. And the judgment calls can start from the hair on our head to the shoes on our feet. It can be anything. And you know what's fascinating about it is more often than not, it really is in our minds. It's that FEAR word. You know, it's all in our minds of the unknown. Because a person is listening to the content. If the content grabs you, you don't even see that other stuff. You know, I remember once Dr. Wright, I said to Dr. Wright, I made a video and I said, do I need to cut this? What kind of things do I need to do? And you know what she said to me? Just put it up, get it out there, because people don't care about all of that background. What they care about is, do you have content that resonates with them? So that they can take that in and utilize it. And so with that being said, that is mastering a skill, being able to be in front of people, have a dialogue and conversation that is really, that it in reality is a speech. However, you feel like it's just you and that person, just you and that person, just you and that person, just you and that person. Why? Because you are comfortable in your skin. And even speakers have to master. Even speakers have to master the skill and the art. And I remember Kit sharing with us that he wasn't a speaker initially. That was not his forte. He was not a speaker. However, he became a speaker and he mastered that skill set, such to the point where living it and breathing it, where on a dime he can turn around and he can have a conversation. He can be publicly speaking, but it feels like a conversation. Why? Because he's mastered that skill. And so he is going to help you and I master the skill so that we are comfortable in our skin, that we are comfortable being in front of an audience, that we're comfortable in being in front of an audience that's a heck of a lot more than one. It can be 100, it can be 200, it can be 500, it can be 1,000, it can be thousands. And we feel comfortable. That skill is something that lives and breathes in us. Now, wouldn't you like to have that? Wouldn't you like to feel that? Because I'll tell you what, if you are able to speak and feel comfortable, then the numbers won't matter. It will be as if you and I are just networking with each other. We're getting to know each other. And I happen to be sharing more information than you. You will be able to do that. So the person you're talking with, not only will you be able to share the information, you'll know when you need to pull back. We don't have to give everything. What we want to do is create an opportunity and expect results. And maybe we want to create an opportunity to create a relationship to create something else. So we don't have to get it all in at once. That's keeping the pipeline full. That's building and building and building. Who are your top 5? Who are your top 10? Who are your top 50? Who are your top 100 that you consistently stay in contact with? It's called building the relationship. And that's what, public speaking really does help you to feel comfortable building the relationship because you're crescendoing up to the things that you need to say and you want to say. Hello, Annette Harding, cuz it's good to see you. Yes, Annette is my cousin. Gorgeous looking woman. Hi there, Annette. Glad to see you. So I'm going to bring Kit back with us again. I want you to take a look on my feed. You'll see an interview, or actually you'll see a meetup that Kit and I had on Friday. So you'll get a chance to get a feel for who he is. However, we will definitely have him here for the live because although I've shared with you listen to sell and mastering life's most powerful skill, there is nothing like the speaker who is actually giving the presentation to share that with you. So I want to go ahead and kind of recap what I have shared with you today. I promise you we are going to have Kit here. So I want you to know, no, this was not a bait and switch. Oh, we said Kit was going to be here and then Brent started speaking. No, 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 that was not the case. So I just want to make that clear. Okay, we are going to re-invite Mr. Kit Pang, Mr. founder of Boston Speaks series, who has an event for entrepreneurs the first Friday of every month. I've been going there since December. I haven't missed an event the first Friday of the month. So he will be back with us because we want you to meet the speakers that are going to be at the event. We did give acknowledgments and shout outs to Kimberly Houston and Layla Carter, who are our newest VIPs we've got that are with us, and we have rounded out the VIP group. We do have general admission tickets available at www.e3powerup2017.com while they last. So you want to partake of that, and you want to see Kit Pang live, and you want to see not Brent Harding saying what Kit's saying, but you want to see Kit himself. We also had and have rather a new bragger, somebody that has earned the bragging rights, and that is Joyce Swinson from New York Life. She snatched them out of the hands of Shirley Baker, who won them last week. I shared announcements, so I'll share them one more time. On Tuesday the 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Dr. Letitia Wright is going to be interviewing me, and I'm going to be interviewing her. She has got 4 components to the event. She's going to be giving 2 presentations, and then she has the evening set for the VIPs. So you're going to get a chance to hear what she has to say. Exciting! I will also be announcing who is opening up our event on September 30th. I'll be announcing that on Tuesday. I will give you a couple of hints. First, she is Massachusetts Entrepreneur's Entrepreneur. Second, she does events every single month. And third, she is an amazing woman. That's all I can say about it. I'm not giving you any more hints. And then, of course, we have all of the speakers and the crew that you will be meeting on September 30th at E3 Power Up 2017, which will be at 500 Walk Hill Street in Mattapan, Massachusetts. In fact, if you go up on my Facebook page or you go up on the Wealth Warrior broadcast page, you will see some of the video that I took yesterday of the beautiful sprawling grounds that you will be experiencing on September 30th. We gave a thank you and a shout out to all people that posted on our event, on our page, and that goes to Paul Mwangi. He is doing an event on September 30th. Let me try that again. That's Paul Mwangi, who is doing an event on September 23rd. So we want to give a shout out for his event. Joyce Swinson, beautiful post that she did. And again, Joyce, we give a congratulations to you for being this week's bragger, getting bragger rights. Want to give a shout out to, or thank you to Jeff Zamblaski, who always posts his live events. Franz Conte for just giving us a wonderful post, and Genevieve Fogel for her video. Okay, one more time, we have Kit Pang, who is going to be talking to us about listen to sell, listening so that we know what to sell and what we're going to sell. I love it. Kit says, I just got this. Well, come on over then, Kit. Come on over. We want to see your face in the place, because I have shared with folks what you're going to be talking about, but there's nothing like you sharing what you're going to be talking about. So I think you already have the invite. You do. So if you got it and you can join us, come on in and join us. But again, Kit is going to be talking about us with listen to sell, and also mastering life's most powerful skill. So listening to sell means that you are hearing what people are saying. So, you know, a great example of that is I was listening to a woman yesterday who was talking about the field of industry that she is in. Well, it just so happens that I have experience in that industry. So we were able to get on the same page and have a meaningful discussion. And then what's interesting is you get to make a decision. Do you want to attempt to sell to that person? Or do you want to pull back? Maybe this isn't the right time to sell. Hey, Kit, how are you? I sent you an invite. You know, it was my first time. Okay, there we go. Let me see if I can do that again. And I am hoping that, yay, Kit, are you there? Oh, it's inviting Kit. You know what? I feel like a kid in a candy store. I really, really do. Like a kid in a candy store. It is my first time for doing something like that. And so he is being invited into the broadcast. We'll see how this goes. Invite my guest, because it is the first time I've ever done something like this. So stand by. It says it's pulsing inviting. Again, I've not had that experience before. So we're going to see if we can get him in on this. I don't know how long it takes to actually get that invite to go my first time around. But in any case, hopefully all goes well and you will actually see his face in the place. And again, we're talking about invite. So I was sharing with you that what happened was I had a choice to make. I could choose to sell to her, just like you can choose because you're listening to what they're saying. Or you could choose to ask them if they would like to, if they know someone, because maybe they just need to know someone. They may know somebody that you want to connect with. That may, in fact, be the case. Okay, I did try a couple of times to hit Kit and got a fail. Maybe we'll get it again. And I'll tell you what, if we do not, then what will happen is we will invite him back. Okay, so know that. So with that being said, I want to just reiterate one more time, mastering, he's going to be talking about listening to sell and mastering life's most powerful skill. And the powerful skill is public speaking, because so many of us are afraid to speak. We are just totally afraid to get out in front of people. We're afraid of the judgment calls. Isn't it interesting? We're grown folk, and yet we can still be afraid. Yikes. So he's going to help us to totally master that, eliminate that fear, so we can speak authentically, speak comfortably, and we make choices because we can do that. So, entrepreneurs, are you ready? Fantastic. On Tuesday, you'll meet one. You'll hear about one. You'll meet Dr. Letitia Wright. We're going to get Kit in next week as well. And then by the end of the week, you will be meeting the crew. You'll be meeting several of the ambassadors, and I am going to get this piece down so that I can invite, and we'll have all three on the screen. How about that? We might have 4 or 5 by then. We've got a new ambassador joining us. So it's going to be an extraordinary time as we lead up. Be on the lookout for my nuggets today, actually we'll start them on Monday since we have the broadcast day. We'll start them on Sunday. Tomorrow, you'll get a nugget. And get ready to have fun. September is an extraordinary month. So enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. With that being said, I will see you, not only me, but there'll be several of us that will see you next week. You are going to go, pow, you're going to feel pow, 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 because you're going to hear about E3 Power Up 2017. More importantly, you're going to meet the people that are going to make it happen so that you have an extraordinary experience. So we're going to hashtag it out today with hashtag exponential growth. Hashtag now what? You know what. With that being said, I want to thank you all